Welcome back to another edition of The Explainer. Today we're charting a pretty fascinating course. We're looking at the complete career life cycle of an aquaculture worker. It's honestly this incredible field that perfectly combines agriculture, science, and some really serious professional growth potential. So, I am super excited to guide you through building a viable, growth-oriented career in this space.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is your exact step-by-step roadmap for entering and really mastering the field. First, we'll officially meet the aquaculture worker. Then, we'll plot your educational pathway, look at funding your journey, explore the day-to-day and career growth, and finally, wrap up with an awesome success story.
Section 1. Meet the aquaculture worker, cultivating the waters. Do you have what it takes to join this vital agricultural sector?
Seriously, ask yourself right now, are you ready to dive into the business of fish farming? Because it's not just about, spending time near the water. It's about taking vital food security solutions and turning them into a highly rewarding, structured personal career. So, by definition, an aquaculture worker is the individual responsible for the controlled cultivation of aquatic organisms for human consumption. And controlled is the absolute crucial word there. It's a highly scientific process. You're handling everything from prepping the farm and maintaining the species day to day, all the way to harvesting a fish and handling post-harvest processing. It's incredibly crucial work. Now, what does it actually take to do this effectively? Well, you need a few specific personality traits. First, you have to be able to determine the procedure of your own work, meaning you've got to be independent and self-driven. You also really need to pay attention to details, because remember, you're managing delicate, living ecosystems here. And importantly, you need to be physically fit. This is active, hands-on work that demands real energy and stamina out in the field.
Moving on to Section 2. Plotting your educational pathway. From diplomas to doctorates. Let's look at the academic requirements you'll need. The absolute beauty of this field is the incredible flexibility in how you can enter it. You could start super quickly with a certificate course, which takes just 6 months to a year. Or you might opt for a diploma, taking 1 to 2 years. If you want a much more robust foundation, an undergraduate BSc or Bachelor of Fisheries Science takes about 3 to 4 years. And it doesn't stop there. From there, you can pursue a 2-year postgraduate master's degree and even go all the way up to a doctorate or PhD in aquaculture, which takes another 3 to 5 years. So whether you want a quick start or a deep academic dive, the entry points are incredibly flexible.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how widespread these programs are geographically. Whether you're looking at indicative government institutes like Holkar Science College in Indore, the college in Rajahmundry, Fisheries College in Thoothukudi or Udaipur, or if you prefer private options like Sacred Heart in Kochi, Centurion University in Bhubaneswar, Kareem City in Jamshedpur, or Doon PG in Dehradun. There are fantastic programs all across India, giving you the total freedom to find one that fits your exact location.
Section 3. Funding your aquaculture journey. Costs and financial aid. Let's talk about the financial reality of this path.
I want to be completely transparent with you about the costs here. So let's break it down. For a bachelor's degree, which usually takes 3 to 4 years, you're looking at an estimated investment ranging from 20,000 up to 1,50,000 Indian rupees. Now, contrast that with postgraduate courses. Those are typically 2 years long, and the fees range from 30,000 up to 2 lakh rupees. Obviously, these figures vary depending on the institute, but they give you a really clear, solid baseline to start planning out your educational budget.
But hey, here is the really great news. Financial barriers can absolutely be overcome if you have the right merit and meet the eligibility criteria. Just look at some of these available scholarships. You have the National Fellowship for ST students, ICAR scholarships specifically for agricultural universities, CIFE Merit Cum Means fellowships like the JRF or SRF, and even dedicated ones like the Dr. Rajendra Prasad Central Agricultural University Merit Scholarships. The point is, there's funding out there waiting to help you.
And if scholarships aren't quite enough to cover the whole shebang, there are some highly accessible loan options available too. The Vidya Lakshmi portal is a fantastic resource backed by the Government of India and the IBA for students seeking education loans. Plus, certain states like West Bengal, Odisha, and Bihar offer student credit cards with remarkably low interest rates. And of course, standard educational loans are widely available from pretty much all major banks. You definitely have options.
All right, Section 4. Day-to-day and career growth climbing the ladder. Let's shift our focus to the actual lived experience of the job. So, what is the daily grind actually like? Well, it's primarily a field job out at fish farms, though, as we'll see, many people pivot to entrepreneurship. You'll often be supervising other workers and helpers, which means local travel is a standard part of the gig. And I'll be totally honest with you, the typical schedule is definitely demanding. You're usually looking at about 9 hours daily, 6 days a week. But alongside that hard work, the field is wonderfully inclusive. In fact, excellent opportunities exist within aquaculture for the differently abled, which is fantastic to see.
So how does all this hard work build into long-term advancement? Well, as you can see, there is a very clear, highly structured promotion ladder. You typically start out entry-level as an aquaculture worker. Then, as you gain hands-on experience, you move up to become a fish farm supervisor. And eventually, as you master the entire operation, you can ascend to the role of fish farm manager. It's a really well-defined path.
Section 5. Success Story, Sabiruddin Ghazi. Let's look at a real-world example to prove the return on investment of this career roadmap.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that it takes all the data we've been talking about and grounds it in a tangible, inspiring human success story. This isn't just theory. This represents a true pathway from the field straight to entrepreneurship.
Meet Sabiruddin Ghazi. He's been an aquaculture worker in West Bengal since 2014, working incredibly hard to support his family of 5. Previously, he was earning a standard monthly income of around 15,000 rupees, but he knew he could do more. So he took specific capacity building training with the Agriculture Skill Council of India. He really leaned in, learning all about proper fish feed, managing aquatic diseases, and adopting the absolute latest techniques. By doing that, he drastically multiplied his earning potential.
Just listen to what Sabiruddin says. I took ponds on rent and started fishing. Now I have 16 ponds to gain profit by using latest techniques during fishing. I mean, wow. That is amazing. He scaled up from being a standard day-to-day worker to becoming a full-fledged entrepreneur, independently managing 16 rented ponds. And it was all because he pursued the right skills training.
To put all of this into perspective, the expected general income range for an entry-level aquaculture worker typically sits between 8,000 and 47,000 Indian rupees per month. But please remember, this is just the financial baseline that you build from. As Sabiruddin just showed us, once you gain those specialized skills and step into supervision or launch into entrepreneurship, your earning ceiling completely changes.
Which leaves us with this final provocative thought. Are you ready to transform local aquatic ecosystems into your own thriving, lifelong career? The structured pathway is literally right in front of you. Thank you so much for exploring this incredible field with us today on The Explainer. Keep learning, and we'll catch you next time.